Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you a very high performing direct response Facebook ad that I created for a buddy of mine who was, actually he still is running a breakdance facility in South Florida, in Miami, and he asked me to help him create an ad to generate leads that could turn into sales. So I'm going to play the ad for you, and then what I want to do is break it down for you step by step with all the key elements. Now this ad has been working exceptionally well for them. And for those of you guys who don't know, I used to actually be a b-boy, and I would, break full time for like 15 years. So I know a lot of people in the community. But anyways, I want to break this ad down for you because in this situation, basically my buddy didn't have a website, and he said he wanted to know how he can generate leads with Facebook and Instagram, and he didn't have a large budget. I mean, we're talking about like 150 to 250 bucks a month. Now there's 7 key elements that I'm going to break down for you guys, and we're going to start with visual first, and then we're going to go into a second section that's going to talk about messaging. So the first thing I just want to point out is that the first thing you have to do with your ads is be thumb stopping. So when people are consuming content on Facebook and Instagram, they're either trying to connect with friends, family, or they're trying to entertain themselves while doing other things, standing in the line at Publix or at Walmart, whatever. They're distracted. So the first thing is that you have to be thumb stopping. And this video is. If you notice in the first second, look at how dynamic it is. We have my buddy flying through the floor, in the air. We have text coming in. So it's very dynamic in the first couple of seconds. That motion grabs your attention. And the next thing that's super important, obviously, is having a vertical video. It goes without saying, the more real estate space that you can fill on the screen, the more effective your ad's going to be, because it pushes out other people's content and people could focus solely on what's in front of them. Feels a little bit more immersive. And then the next thing is you want your videos obviously to be short. Now this video in particular isn't actually that short. It's not the 8 to 12 second rule that we use right now in 2009 moving into 2019 moving into 2020. This video is actually a 20-second video. Just keep in mind that this is a guideline. It doesn't mean every single video for every audience, for every product needs to be 8 to 12 seconds. But ideally, you want to be in the 8 to 12 second mark for a short form video on Facebook and Instagram. If it's a retargeting video, potentially your audience has already familiarity. Maybe they're willing to watch something longer form in nature. But generally, we try to keep it 8 to 12 seconds. So jumping into the messaging part of this, which is super important, and I think this is where you're going to get a lot of insight, is that if you consider the buyer's journey and this particular audience that we targeted parents, so males and females in the Miami area close to his fitness facility that had kids between the ages of like 5 to 14 or 15 years old that were also interested in things like America's Best Dance Crew, and So You Think You Can Dance, and World of Dance, and all these different dance channels. So we're targeting this audience, and we know that they're of course going to come on this ad, across this ad, and one of the things they're going to be asking themselves is like, okay, is this for my kid? Is this age appropriate for my kid? So one of the first things we tell them in the beginning of the video is, yeah, this is ages 5+. So a very piece of essential information they're looking to get. Also, they might be watching this video and not be too sure of the structure. So we also tell them, hey, this is weekly classes. This is not a boot camp. This is not a workshop. This is not a once a month or once every 6 months. We have this going on weekly. And also one of the other pieces, actually, before I get into that, one of the other key pieces we say right in the beginning of the video, we say Miami's only breakdance facility. So they know we're in the local market. So already we've told them we're relevant to them because we're in the local market. We are, it's ages 5 and up. So they know if it makes sense for their kid, and there's weekly classes. So we've given them a lot of essential information. The next thing your video has to do to really drive performance is it has to give users, prospects, a reason to believe. So this is a lot of time known as social proofing. This is using, and commonly people use reviews, testimonials to build credibility, accolades, like, where we won an industry award, we're award winning. So in this video, the reason to believe comes in two forms. The first one is, if I'm telling you we can teach you how to breakdance and you see somebody doing some crazy shit like this, spinning on their heads, flipping around, that gives you a reason to believe, right? Because it's something highly technical, highly difficult, and they're doing it. So you're just like, okay. The second part is there's a shot right here where we actually see my buddy actually showing someone how to do a move. So this meets the criteria of the logic. Can these people actually provide this service? Then the next part of it too is because, again, I'm a parent. I just seen this video. I wasn't looking for this. This came across my social feed on Facebook or Instagram. And it's like, oh, cool. I didn't know that there were breakdance classes available in my area that my kid could participate in. This looks cool, but I'll get to this later. I'll save the video. I'll take a screenshot or something. So we purposely added the message of limited spots available because we want people to be incentivized to take an action. We want them to feel like, hey, this is not going to be around forever. And it's not, obviously. There's only so many people that my buddy can accommodate at his location. So we wanted to give them an incentive to act fast. And you can see that here where we say, limited spots. And then the last thing that we wanted to do is give them a call to action, let them know what we wanted them to do. And since he didn't have a website, we were sending everybody to Messenger. So we were asking people to message us for rates, which you can see in the last frame of the video. So again, bringing it all together, the 7 key elements that your video needs to be high performing, drive high ROI, is grab people's attention, be in the right format, be the right amount of time, give them the essential information, and then incentivize them to take an action and tell them exactly what you want them to do. And this is how you build a very high-performing video ad for Facebook or Instagram. Now, as always, thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of Marketing Hustle, where we simplify marketing so that you can accelerate your business growth. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you found the information useful. And until the next video, peace.